All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, we are back once again for another recap of Dancing with the Stars Week 2 to give my overall thoughts and opinions on last night's episode and to give a little bit of a recap. And as well, this time, I will also be giving my own score, which I feel like I'm not entitled to. All right, let's get started, shall we? Let's go! All right, so for starters, let's begin with the opening number. It was quite short. I think it was just the troupe who did the opening number. And it was choreographed by Emma Slater, and she did a really good job. On to the dances. First up, we had Alex and Val. They did a jive, and the scores were 7, 7, and 7. By the way, Carrie Ann is back in the ballroom. She did make her return last night to the show, so welcome back, Carrie Ann. You were definitely missed. Like I said, Alex and Val had a jive. Honestly, pretty good. I really enjoyed it. There was lots of content, as Derek Huff likes to say a lot on the show last night. So it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Alex and Val did really good for their jive. Lots of energy, lots of fun, and once again, it was a really good jive for week 2. And my personal score is an 8. I feel like they needed that 1-8. Alex and Val, once again, great job. All right, next up we have Danielle and Pasha, and they had a cha-cha, and the scores were 7, 6, and 6. Overall, it was really good. I can definitely see that Danielle, she is starting to open up a lot more with the overall dancing. Her leg action for this cha-cha was really, really good. Once again, I'm really impressed by how good everyone is. Once again, it was a really good cha-cha, and I really enjoyed it. So my personal score, once again, is a 7 as well. I do think that it was pretty accurate and pretty spot on. So Danielle and Pasha, good job as well. Very good job. All right, next up we had Andy and Emma, and they had a tango, and the scores were 6, 5, and 5. Personally, I love Andy. I love him so much, and I feel like he is definitely going to be the life of the party for this season. For this tango, I can definitely see that he is definitely getting a lot more comfortable, and that is something that I definitely appreciate. Even though for last week, they were kind of the same scores, but I'm definitely glad that he at least had that 1-6 for this week. And my personal score is a 6 as well. Once again, I feel like it was pretty spot on. So Andy and Emma, really good job. Really good job. All right, next up we had Lauren and Brandon, and they had a foxtrot, and the scores were 7, 7, 7. Lucky number 7. This foxtrot was so beautiful. It was so smooth. Everything about it was just so good. I feel like Lauren and Brandon are going to be the couple this season that all of us should be watching out for. Lauren is really talented, and she's a beautiful dancer. And of course, Brandon, with his choreography, never disappoints, along with Val, Pasha, and Emma. For week 2, my gosh, very good. My personal score was honestly between an 8 or a 9. For me, personally, I do feel like Lauren and Brandon were a little bit underscored just because it was a really good dance, lots of content as well. My personal score was between an 8 or a 9. I definitely could not choose, but I think for my personal score, I'm going to give them an 8. Once again, Lauren and Brandon, fantastic job. Really, really good. All right. This next one, I'm really excited to talk about. Next up, we had Jordan and Ezra, and they had a jive, and their scores were 8, 7, and 7. Might I say, one of the best dances of the night. The improvement definitely was there. Lots of improvement, but honestly, their week 1 dance was just as good. But this one, my gosh, I'm so happy for Ezra. This season, he has a fantastic partner. I was completely blown away by these two. Definitely a perfect match for this season. They're so similar. And I'm so excited to see how far these two get. I really want to see Ezra have his first freestyle. I really want that for him. And my score, I'm going to give them a 9. I feel like it's very well deserved. It's very well deserved. So, Jordan and Ezra, my gosh, y'all ate that up. Y'all really ate that up. Congratulations on a job well done. All right, next up on the list, we have Corey and Jenna, and they had a cha-cha, and the scores were 5, 5, and 5. Honestly, I can see how hard Corey was trying for this cha-cha, and Jenna's choreography does not go unnoticed. It's fantastic. Me personally, I would have given them a 6. That's my personal score. Once again, this dance again was so full of energy. It had a lot to offer. And overall, Corey and Jenna, this was a good dance as well. All right, next up we had Jen and Jan, and they had a quick step. And the scores were 8, 7, and 7. A dance that I really enjoyed. I feel like Jen and Jan were paired up perfectly. This quick step was honestly really good, but honestly, I wish that they were given a different song choice. I feel like it didn't match up that well, but overall, it was a really good dance. My personal score is an 8 as well. Jen and Jan, really good job, especially being that it's Jan's first season as a pro. He's doing a really good job, and obviously the scores speak for themselves. So both of you, Jen and Jan, really good job. Whew. All right, next up we had Robert and Whitney, and they had a tango, and the scores were 8, 7, and 7. Really strong start to the season, and a really strong start for Robert. I'm starting to see the similarities between Bindi's season and Robert's season now. I mean, they are siblings, so it makes perfect sense. Whitney's choreography does not go unnoticed. It's really sharp. It's a really strong start to the season, and I'm really excited. So, Robert and Whitney, great job. My personal score for you guys is an 8 as well. I feel like it was very accurate. All right, this next one is a dance that, once again, I was really excited to talk about today. Next up, we had Elaine and Alan, and they had a jive, and the scores were 7, 7, and 7. A dance that I feel like it was very underscored. This jive was incredibly good. Elaine is so talented, and being that she did start off her career as a dancer, it definitely shows. And this jive for week 2, I was so blown away by how good this jive was. My gosh. And once again, Alan's choreography does not go unnoticed. Really good, also really sharp. My personal score is a 9. I feel like this deserved such a higher score than what it was, but once again, it is week 2 and there is always room for improvement, but this jive overall was really good. Really good. So Elaine and Alan, really good job. Next up, we had Baron and Britt, and they had a samba, and the scores were 6, 6, and 6. Okay, with Baron and Britt, this was a dance that I really enjoyed as well. Yeah, he had a few mistakes, and I can tell that he was quite bummed by his mistakes, but overall, this dance was really good. Even with those tiny mistakes, it was so much fun to watch, and overall it was really good. And my personal score is a 6 as well. To Baron and Britt, really good job. Next up, we had Whitney and Mark, and they also had a cha-cha, and the scores were 7, 7, and 8. My gosh, this was so hot. Whitney and Mark were paired up perfectly. Mark's choreography, once again, does not go unnoticed. It is excellent. This was a cha-cha that, once again, I really enjoyed. It was so good. Whitney is definitely a full-on dancer. By the way, interesting fact. I did not know that Whitney Levitt and Whitney Carson, they both competed with each other, and that's really cool. My score is an 8 as well. Whitney and Mark, fantastic job. Next up on the list, we have Ilaria and Gleb, and they had a tango, and the scores were 7, 7, and 7. This tango was so good. Once again, I feel like these two were paired up perfectly. Once again, just very sharp. Both of them are very sharp, really good, very detailed, which I loved. My personal score is an 8. I feel like this dance as well was kind of underscored once again as well. Ilaria and Gleb, really good job. Loved this dance. Next up on the list, we had Dylan and Daniela, and they had a samba, and the scores were 7, 6, and 7. The hip action was incredible. It was very much there. I did catch on Instagram the reel that Dylan and Daniela did. Dylan's hips, my gosh, they moved. The improvement is very much there. Daniela's choreography does not go unnoticed. It's excellent. Along with Gleb, he is a fantastic choreographer as well, and it definitely shows. Something that I love about Dylan and Daniela's dance is that Daniela really lets Dylan shine, and that's something that I love, as well as with Dylan. He also lets her shine throughout the dance, which I really love. This is a couple that I can definitely see going pretty far this season as well. And my personal score is an 8. Dylan and Daniela, fantastic job. The last ones on this list is Scott and Riley, and they had a cha-cha, and the scores were 6, 6, and 6. The improvement is definitely showing. I did catch on TikTok that Ezra and Riley were getting some criticism from week 1, but honestly, once again, it was week 1. They were just getting started, and honestly, they both improved really nicely, and it shows. Scott and Riley with the blue outfits was just so slay. It was so good. And overall, this cha-cha again was really good. My personal score is an 8. Scott and Riley, really good job. Let's get into eliminations. Last night, there were 2 couples that went home. The ones who went home were Baron and Corey. I was really bummed. I really wanted to see more of Baron, if I'm being honest, just because for week 1, he did a really good job. For week 1, Baron and Britt had a cha-cha, and the scores were 5-5. But overall, that was a really good dance, and as well for Corey, I can see that he was really trying. But yeah, I mean, Baron and Corey were sent home, unfortunately, and this is something that I don't like, are the eliminations sometimes. But yeah, it was so sad to see both of you go home, but yeah, that was kind of sad. I did feel bad for Britt and Jenna. You guys should be really proud of yourselves as well. Yeah, and for next week is TikTok night, and Charlie D'Amelio will be back in the ballroom next week, so that should be really fun. Charlie and Mark did win their season, which by far stands as possibly one of my favorite seasons ever. Alright, my friends, that is the end of today's video. Dancing with the Stars week 2. We are done with week 2, and next week obviously is week 3. I am so excited to start doing these videos. Like I said last week, I feel like I was not prepared and I was not ready to cover last season. But for this season, I don't know, there's something about it that just got me really excited. I'm so excited to start talking about all things Dancing with the Stars on my channel. My week 1 video is up. That one was uploaded on Friday. I'm thinking that for the rest of the season, all of these videos for Dancing with the Stars will be going up every single Friday, just to keep it consistent. Once I am done filming today's video, straight into editing. That should be fun. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope that all of you enjoyed it. Like I said last week, let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on last night's episode, and what would you guys score all of these dances? I would love to know. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next week for week 3 TikTok night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye.